Hi everyone, welcome to our #1 Facebook free webinar ahead of the 4 that we're putting on. Today is our webinar on Facebook, so I'm super excited to be here today. We had some technical difficulties, so I am redoing this webinar. So I do have a couple of questions here at the end that people asked, and I want to make sure they get answered. But I'm going to start off this webinar by talking a bit about social media well done, which is the new program that Activate Business is offering. It is a training program that we have that has been very successful, and what we've done, let's see here, skip a page here, and let's see here from current slide. Here we go. This we're going to be covering today. So with social media well done, we have 25 videos. We have 2 bonus videos, a number of PDFs, access to our exclusive e-club, our newsletter, access to our fan page where we give all kinds of nonstop support. So all kinds of stuff going on when it comes to social media well done. We cover videos on our Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and Google+, similar to what we're doing here with the free webinars. So all kinds of cool fun there. And we've been doing very well. Right now I'm in the process of redoing the website, so we're going to do a major launch next week because I'm redoing a lot of the videos to make sure they are up to date because with a lot of the changes that are going on here with Facebook. Now, there has been a number of changes here this past week. I am not going into some of those major changes. The main thing that I'm doing here today is the fan pages and showing you, I'm going through, as you can see here, a review of 5 different fan pages, and we're going to show you some of the cool apps that they've been using, some of the ways that they're really making their fan page pop, stand out, get their fans, keep their fans, and keep the motivation going. I am recording this now for later use, so we're going to be hosting all of the 4 webinars that we did. We are going to be hosting those so that you're able to review them at any time. Now, the next webinar, our #2 one, is on LinkedIn. It's just not a virtual resume, and we really delve into a lot of great things about LinkedIn. So I'm super excited about that one for next week. So here are the fan pages that we're going to get into. And I'm just going to go and bring up the ones that we have here. I brought up Jessica, the coupon hacker, because I'm a big coupon person. But what I like about her fan page is some of the features that she's really kind of taken control of. And as you can see here, she has over 7,000 fans. And she has this page here hosted by Wildfire, which is one of the external apps that you can get for hosting your pages. It's really cool. I go through that with social media well done. So she has a page here which really promotes the fact that she was on TLC's Extreme Savings Supermom. She was on Extreme Couponing, which is actually one of my favorite shows. It's amazing what some of these people can get. But what I like about it is her profile picture. You really get the sense of what she's learned, what she has there. It gives exposure and kind of recognition of the fact that she was on the Extreme Couponing. It shows when the show was on, okay, watch for me kind of thing. So it really emphasizes who she is. And it, that's kind of when I come here, wow, I don't have to ask any questions. I know. And I know she's very good at it because you can see the coupon. So this is a really great profile picture. Now, your profile picture is no bigger than 180 pixels. Sorry, no less, or like it has to be 180 pixels. Can't be any less because Facebook will decline it. But you can go as high as 400 or 500 pixels long. This one I think is about 250, maybe 300. I'm just kind of guessing just by looking at it. I wouldn't go too much longer. Most of the ones that I create are about 300 like this, or maybe 400. Reason being is you have the typical above the fold, like the newspaper. So when people first come to your fan page, you still want them to be able to see the great tags that you have going on here. So if this is too long, then they don't get to see those tags, and that kind of gets lost. So that's one of the features that you do have the option to make it longer, but you kind of want to see how it gets done. Now, one of the other fan pages we're going to go take a look at, what they do is they have their same one here, but then they have an ad running at the bottom, and they change it. Oreo does one, and they have one where they change the photo. They have Oreo Lover of the Week type deal. So that's one of the things that they have here in the bottom. So it's really cool. But it's really nice how she does her page. So and take a look at the wall, and one of the great things about here is that she posts a lot of communications, and she has a lot of feedback, and she really works, at making the comments, coming back, and letting people know what's good, what's not good, and she has a lot of feedback and comments, and that's what you need to do. You really need to make sure you're on there, active. It's just not throwing posts out. You need to say, like your own comments, put an own post on your own comments, get the conversation going, let people know that you are there, you are active. I like here how she has the photos. Look at some of the photos. So it really shows that she knows what she's doing and what she's saving. So that can really emphasize where you're going. So she's really using this effectively. And in doing so here, see, it shows all the cool pages that she's probably keeping track of and where she's getting some of her coupons and information. So this explains why her numbers are growing. She was on TV, but this page is very well done in the way that it really emphasizes what she's been doing. So hide the sidebar. I'm going to get rid of that one. There we go. So what we have here is a really well done page. Now, one of the other pages that we're looking at, I put out to see for people to view the page, and this is a real estate company that asked me to view their fan page. And to me, do you even know it's a real estate company? Welcome to our page, like us. Well, why am I going to like you? Who are you? Who's the TCI group? I'm not from Tennessee, but why would I like you? And that's what I ask. I'm working for another real estate agency in Toronto, and what I told them is we have to give people a reason to like it. So we've set it all up so that we're going to get a PDF put together with some great selling and buying tips. So when people like the page, they're going to have access to that to download it. So it's very, a reason for them to like the page. It's pretty easy. So something similar to that. Then you need to say what the TCI group is. Maybe they only have the logo here, so they're missing that whole chance here to use their profile picture. Now, they do use a really great page lever app to be able to do this, but I think the picture really needs to be updated or, changed a bit, or really, show some more about the fact that it's a real estate company. I'm not from the area, so I'm not familiar with TCI. Maybe if I was more in Tennessee, I would, but right now, no. And if I was moving there, if I was deciding right now to move to Tennessee and I found this, I'd be like, I'm not quite sure what that is. But it says here, since 1946, they're a group of full-service commercial, industrial, and investment. So I would use more of the profile picture here and really get into maybe some different photos of places that they've sold, some comments, testimonials, whatever it may be, and try and work that section a lot more. The other thing is, it's here September 6th. We're now almost October when we're placing this. So they're not posting. They're not getting comments. They're not, because there's no activity. They're just throwing stuff out there expecting people to make the comments, and they're not interacting. You really need to be out there and work the page. And that shows the fact that they have 36. If you're out there, you're working the page, you have it set up properly, you will get more activity, a lot more than this. So I'm going to be a little biased, and I'm going to show off my brother's Pub Boys band. They play a lot of pub-style music. You can see here the picture that they just posted. It's a traditional, like the pub-style Irish music, fiddle music, and they have a dancer and stuff. So it's a lot of fun. I love what they do here with the Pub Boys. Now, I've been after my brother to redo his profile picture, so yes, that needs to be done. He just changed this photo, which shows the 4 guys that play, and this is their manager in the middle, so I know that. But if I was coming here, I think there should be a little bit more, of a picture of what they do. Now, the reason why I picked the Pub Boys, though, is not simply because it's, my brother's, and I'm pushing his music, but he uses 2 really great apps. And my brother is a computer network engineer, okay? He works at one of the local colleges here, and he runs their main servers, and he does all kinds of computer stuff, but he is not a programmer, okay? Very intelligent man, but is not a programmer. He does not know code at all, and he was able to do this. So, you know, if you can put one and one together to get your two, you can do this no problem. I'm sure of it. So what my brother did, though, without me knowing, is he did a search on how he can get on iTunes. And what he came across was CD Baby. Now this is going to come up. It may get blocked by this computer. Yes, allow content. So make sure you know that, because my computer, my security is up a little high. I'm on my daughter's computer. And I have my security set and allows things are a little bit higher here on their computer, because I don't like a lot of the pop-ups and stuff that come up. So it's still loading here, so just give it a second to come up. It won't be like this on most people's computer. But what they did is he did a search, and he found a really great app called CD Baby. And it allows him, here it's coming in here now, and it allows them to be on iTunes. Ta-da! This is what they had to send a cover of their CD, which is really cool. The four guys are absolutely hilarious. If you see them in concert, which if you come to see the YouTube video, you can see how some of the videos are done for their live videos when they do live concerts, and they really have a really good time. So they have their traditional Gaelic music that recalls the glory days of Tommy Macon, the Clancy Boys, you know, some really great kitchen party. So what my brother did is he found the CD Baby, which if you're interested, you just come here and you can click on the app here. It allows them to share it on Facebook, Twitter, or email it, and you can click down here and be able to find some of the music. You can play it and be able to find some of the music and buy it for $1. Okay? Sounds great. It cost $40 for this app. That was it. You can buy the whole CDs for $10, so he's able to get exposure of their CD, have it on iTunes, have it on a number of these other different music stations. It's just not iTunes. They put it out to a bunch of different, like Amazon, things along those lines. They can sell their CD. They're online. They're able to promote it. They're given the code for this. My brother went in on his own, figured out how to put an iframe in, which I get into in Social Media Well Done. And then he posted this in here, figured it all out on his own, and then he sent me a link saying, hey, look what I did. He was so proud of himself. And I love the fact that if you have any podcasts, if you have any music yourself, if you're interested in doing anything along the lines where you want to be on iTunes, this is a fabulous app to be on, and so cost effective. So I was very impressed with this one. The other one that I really liked, and I'm going over a number of different apps here because there's over 52,000 apps. So you're going to have apps or find apps that I'm not going to talk about, I may not even know about. So I'm asking people to come to our fan page and let me know, because if they're working effectively for you, then they'll probably work effectively for others, and I want people on the fan page to share that. That's our whole goal. Now, he also has this great YouTube video app here, and what I love about it is that you can see all the different videos here. So here they are at the stage in Louisburg, Cape Breton, and they got a country one here. Sorry, the kitchen party here. Some of the different places that they've been to. And you can, they're not little small ones at the bottom, the big one in the middle. They get a really nice rating. Of course, they got their 4 stars. You can see how many people have viewed these videos. They got quite a few hundred of people viewing these videos regularly. The length of the video, the good music that they have here. So it really shows off. I love this style video, and what I love about it too, especially like the live ones, my brother's quite the comedian, the bunch of guys and stuff, they like to clown around. Matt, the player, actually, the fiddle player here, he actually was in the middle of a great song, and one of his strings broke, and my brother was like right quick to answer, you know, if you want to continue seeing the music, you got to buy our CD. And it's like it's a real fun style. So these videos really show them off, and they've been able to sell out all of their live concerts because of it. So if you're looking for a really great way to show off, if you're doing any performances, do you do conferences? Are you, tape them. Put a little watermark. That's one thing my brother doesn't do. I would put a watermark, which you can easily get programs online, and I would put the Pub Boys watermark down here before you upload it to YouTube. And that way, when people want to share it or they're viewing it, it's either getting like a subliminal message of the Pub Boys down the right-hand side. So it's a really great way to be able to do that. So there are the two great apps that they've put on here that I really wanted you to know about. Now I'm going to get into Social Media Examiner, which, by the way, if you're not following them, please do. They have over 60,000 followers. And here are the three people that get to put together the fan page. Now, they have a number of different authors. It's just not them. They have quite a few people that are on Social Media Examiner. But look at their welcome page. Isn't that awesome? I think it really, that's the one you click on. It comes to their team. And then here, I'm going to click on the welcome page. And I really like it. They have a video that comes on here. It tells you to click because it may seem kind of funny to say that to people, but you really have to. The like button is now actually over on the left-hand side. You sign up for their newsletter, so it's very simple and easy. It shows their logo. You get to watch the message. It's not overpowering, but it's really simple. Now, they don't have like a third-party app here, but what they did do is they probably have this hosted on their website, and they use the iframes in order to set it all up, which you can do. You don't have to have a third-party app, but in order for you to do it this way, you do need to know some type of coding, be able to host it on your site, and then you need to go into a couple of different things in order to get it onto your fan page. So there are quite a few things that you do need to do in order to get it, but once you got it, it's really great. So that falls within the guidelines of Facebook. Okay? Now, look at their profile picture, see, and then they have the summit coming up, which, by the way, is not too far off. It's only like about a week away or so. So they have normally they just have the examiner guy here, and they have a little blurb on the bottom, but see, they hung a little thing here. They did this all up, and they used the whole picture. And it's a little bit longer than what I would normally use, but it's very effective, especially since they have the Facebook Summit and they have quite a few things going on here. So then they have all their tabs here. Oh, by the way, if you're not following Mary, please do. She's fabulous, over 50,000 followers. Now, I want to show the wall. And you can see how active they are. They're making posts and they're commenting and posting on their own. They always comment back and make sure that they're making sure that they're getting the followers. Like, so people are doing, oh, Janet made a post, and then they posted back. I know Janet, actually. And so you can see how they're there. They're commenting. They're not leaving it alone. They're not doing it. Like the last post that we have here was only about an hour ago, and they responded right away to it. And they responded to their own. Someone else posted here. And they're on top of it. They're not leaving it. So that's another key thing to make sure you're doing. Of course, they have the photos up here, which are really key. Now, yeah, so their main app is their welcome page and how they use the iframe. So in Social Media Well Done, I go through different third-party apps that you're able to use and be able to show you some of them and how they work. But you don't necessarily have to have a third-party app in order to be within the level of the Facebook guidelines, as long as you're using something outside. So if you're using your own iframe and it's hosted on your site, that's still considered a third-party app. And if you understand how you set up an iframe, then you'll understand what I'm talking about. If you don't, then I would go to North Social, Wi-Fi, or some of the other third-party apps that are out there that I talk about in Social Media Well Done. So yay! Now the last one is a local radio station, and I wanted to include this because I thought what they were doing was a lot of fun. And what we have here is they've been doing a big campaign on the radio station, and they've been really effective in including a lot of photos about it. And it's a toss, heads or tails. And if you get heads and you win all this money, if you get tails, then you have to do something kind of silly. So here she is scrubbing the floors and doing some mopping and stuff of some kind of hockey gear. And one other guy had to clean a corner of a restaurant with a toothbrush. Another guy had to get his hair, a girl had to get her hair cut by one of the announcers. It was just crazy. But they really use photos a lot. And I think that that's very effective in getting out there. And then, of course, they have the photos. Okay, so the lady that's in this photo, she's going to want to be sharing that with her friends, which will share with her friends and share for her friends, and everybody's going to be making comments, and it just really kind of piles up, and it really can drive a lot of traffic to your site. They have 2,700 fans here. Now, they built that up in a very short period of time. If I do believe, less than 2 to 3 weeks ago, they only had about 1,000. So they got about 1,700 in about 2 to 3 weeks since they started this campaign. So it's been very effective. You can see the photos all along here. You can go into their photo section and be able to get to see a lot. See, they have all kinds of photos in here. And some silly, crazy photos too. See the University Cup ones. So they really show that. So I really like this because they're showing a lot of fun. People like fun. So if you're doing a conference, do some fun stuff. I'm going to the AIM conference in Halifax, Nova Scotia. It is October 27th and 28th. And I'll bring up their website here while I am talking to you. What we're doing, one of the cool things we're doing for the AIM conference this year is I'm going to be a streeter. And what does that mean? It means that I, oh, let me see here. Okay, it's telling me I may have some technical difficulties here, so hopefully I don't. But one of the things that I'm going to be doing with as a streeter is that I'm going to be going up with people during this conference, and I'm going to be interviewing them, seeing what they like about the conference, what made them come to the conference, what were they expecting to get from it, who were the great people that they met, you know, what are some of the great fun things that they enjoyed, and then we're going to be watermarking it, putting it up on YouTube, and spreading the word. So having all kinds of cool fun. So we're going to be, of course, taking all kinds of fun photos, but we're adding to that. We want to make sure we're going to be adding to it and making sure that this is a fun place, and then people are going to be driven to the fan page. And we're really going to work on it. We just started the fan page about a week ago, so we're going to build on it from the conference on for next year. And it's, I'll be honest. For most fan pages, you're looking about 6 to 8 months of really working it to start building your base. But it takes a long time. Some of these people, like Social Media Examiner, they've been on there since the very start. So you're not going to get 60,000 fans in a very short period of time. I mean, they've been doing this now for years. Okay, Pub Boys, you need to take a look at the fact that you're local. So this is involved in Cape Breton, Nova Scotia. You have to like their style of music, you know, so they're looking for an exclusive amount of people. This has been working now for a little over a year, 447 very farmed, very effective followers. So take that into consideration. It's not going to happen overnight, but you have to work it. And if you work it, it's going to work for you. So just make sure that you're finding the apps that work for you. You can do your research and find out those apps. Make sure you put them on and make sure that you're posting effectively. Take into consideration all the different aspects that you have, and you can really make your fan page pow. So I have, let's see here. So be active and post regularly. Quality over quantity. Like my brother has a little, just under 500. And the fact is, they're the people that are buying the CDs. They're the people that are looking at it. So if he had over 1,000, but you know they weren't buying anything, then that number is not going to mean anything to him. So really make sure that you're getting who you want to follow you. Now, be engaging. I have the fire pit there to remind me of a story. I went to a supper one night, and I was talking to a guy, and he told me the story of how he puts into perspective social media, and I thought it was a really great concept. And he said, if you ever went to a campground. And you see everybody with their tents around and their trailers, and everybody has their little fire. You walk into the campground, and you just pick any one of those fires, and you go up and you stand next to it, and you don't say anything. You don't, communicate. You don't get any eye contact. You don't roast any marshmallows. You don't have any beer. You just stand there. People are going to think you're weird, and they're going to ask you to leave. But if you walk up and you have a beer, you have some conversations, you learn about who they are, what they're doing, you'll be invited to go from fire to fire to fire to fire. And before long, you're going to know the entire campground, and you're going to have a blast. And that's exactly what it's like for social media. If you go, invite yourself, you talk, you conversation, you offer things like a beer, and you offer your information, you share, it will come back to you, and before long you're going to know everybody. And that's exactly what it comes down to. Use Facebook as your fan page. And what I mean by that is use Facebook as Activate Business. So in the upper right hand corner, you have the option of going, and when you're on your fan page, here I'll show you what I mean. I will bring up Activate Business. And over here on the right hand side, I have Use Facebook as Activate Business. Oh, by the way, see, pay attention while walking. Your Facebook status update can change. Can wait. So I have people like that. It's kind of funny. I got that from Social Networker. But what I'm talking about up here is Use Facebook as Activate Business. So you click on that and then go to these other pages. Go to these other places and make your comments so that people see that Activate Business is the one driving it, or your business, so they know to link back to you. So it's a lot of fun when you do it that way, and it can drive traffic back. So send out fan page updates regularly. On the back end, you have access to send out updates. Now, that is something that's actually going to be changing. I would do them as much as possible, but as of September 30th, that is changing. And as of October 31st, there's no longer any discussion tab. So they are making some changes, so make sure that you have that up to date. Great places to put your links. Now, I was just talking to my uncle about a ski hill. I said right inside the lodge, make sure there's a huge banner. But outside, you have these bars that have little posts where you can stick your skis before you go in. Paint. Facebook.com/ and the name of the ski hill, Ski Banyan, whatever they end up the name of their fan page. And then have the banner inside. Put it on the ski tab, like the things that they put on their jackets, the lift tickets. Make sure they put it on there. Put it on your business cards. Have, put it on T-shirts, any signs. Have the ski patrol guys have, stuff on, or the instructors. Better yet, I'd make sure the instructors have something on there and really kind of push it out. So it's things along those lines. Make sure you have it in your newsletter. Have it on your website. Have it everywhere. Pick one and stick with it, though. If you're looking at you wanting Twitter, you want LinkedIn, you wanting all of these, I'd pick one until you're comfortable with it, and I say this to everybody, and once you're comfortable with it and you have your numbers, then I would move on. So, clicked one too many. So there we have it. That's the webinar that we have on Facebook. I'm hoping that you're able to see a lot of the cool apps that we have and be able to personalize your fan page to make it work. My fan page is listed here, the Twitter and LinkedIn. Love to connect. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to come to our fan page. Hope you're having a fabulous day, and I will talk to you at our next webinar. Bye for now.